Hi everyone, Christina here. Welcome to another mail call video here at my YouTube channel and blog. For those who are unfamiliar with mail call is a feature on my blog and YouTube channel where I put out a card theme for the month, and then all of you create cards based on that theme, mail them to me, and then I could just show them to you on video. So this is a really fun way to kind of interact with each other and see what everyone is working on. So I'm going to go ahead and start showing you some cards that have stripes on them. A lot of really creative ways to incorporate stripes on your cards. And like I've done in the past, I'm going to start with some of the cards that stood out to me or had features that I wanted to point out to you. And I'm also going to show you some cards made by some of our younger crafters as well. All right, so I'm starting out with a mother and daughter team. This is from Clara, who is 10 in New York. I love that she used these mermaids from Lawn Fawn, and she's even included some coloring and the greeting on the inside of the card. I think it's super creative. I love that she used this plaid pattern paper. It doubles as sort of like the stripes for the theme, but also as an ocean. So I think it's kind of a cool way to use a background paper on a card. And then from her mother, whose name is Alex, just wanted to point this out, and I think it's easy to see where Clara gets her craftiness from. It's obviously from her mom. I love that she's included some embossing paste both on the corners here, and I think the way she's incorporated the stripes is really fun. It's part of like that Bon Voyage feeling, you know, the kind of the international mail colors, things like that. I just think it's a really, really fun card. This next card is from Becky in North Carolina, and this is so fun. She's got a shaker area. Let me get all the sequins moved around. But there are some monkeys back here with some die-cut bananas, and I love that it's sort of like, the shaker area is really rather full, so it's like the monkeys are really going bananas. They're having a party, and they're kind of hidden within the jungle. I think that's kind of fun and creative. And then she's actually finished off the card inside with two more monkeys, some more die cutting and coloring, and the greeting. I think it's just a really, really fun card. The next two cards are from a mother and son team from Ohio. This is the son, whose name is Genesis, who is 6. He made this really fun card using these images and colored them with markers. And I love that the stripes are this acetate piece. Such a fun way to incorporate some acetate on your cards. Cute card. I think it's adorable. His mom mentioned that he's been trying out some Copics and some other markers, and she's helping him learn how to appreciate art supplies. So it's always a fun way to do art with your children, is to help them, you know, and in turn it helps them really appreciate the supplies. I did want to mention, because she said that she only has a few Copics and so she's nervous about handing them off to her son. Copics are actually really, really resilient. I think that's a good description. They are fantastic because the tips on the markers can really take a beating. You practically have to, you know, run it over with a truck in order to really ruin the marker. In fact, if you, like, for whatever reason the tip starts to wear, you can replace it. You can get re-inkers, you can refill them. They're really, really great markers, especially for kids, because they're really durable. Durable, that's the word I was looking for. So don't be afraid to let him use your markers. I think he could do a great job. And then this is her card. Her name is Geneva. And I love that she's made this one flower in the center really colorful. It goes along with the sentiment that says, "You are one of a kind." All the other flowers are gray. It's also a really fun way to incorporate the colorful stripes on the pattern paper. I just think it's a really smart card. This next card is from Vilena in Russia. I hope I said your name right. I love that she's included these sequins. When they shake around, she's included these sequins that kind of match the stripes in the background. The stripes are really subtle. It creates a nice backdrop for all the sequins. And she's also done a little bit of inking around the edges of this die cut panel, which is really, really pretty shaker card. This next card is from Christina in Greece. She's kind of a regular here on Mail Call, because I think maybe except for just a couple months, she's been in every single mail call since the very beginning. So really amazing. So thank you for sending your cards every month. Wanted to mention her watercolor stripes. I think she's used kind of like a metallic paint, maybe. It's got a little bit of a shimmer to it. She's let the stripes kind of fade in the corners, and that gave her some area to stamp those flowers, which I think look great. And then she's extended this Get Well die cut across the center. I just think it's a really smart card. It's a rather simple design, but it's really well thought out. This next card is from Christina and her son Jax in Georgia. And they mentioned that this wasn't necessarily for mail call, but I wanted to share it anyway because I love these little critters at the bottom. She mentioned that she has painted these two cats to look like my two kitties, Sophie and Daphne. So thank you so much for doing that. I just love the colorful background and keeping the animals as the main focus on the card. I think it just looks great. This next card is by Kevin in Minnesota, and I wanted to mention a few different things on this card. The first being this little peak of gold here on the fold. You guys can see that. Such a smart way to incorporate gold on your card without having it be overwhelming. And it also kind of mimics the gold embossing on the flowers. You can see all that gold right there. And then also the gold on these stickers up here. I really love the bold watercolor stripes. I just think it's a really well thought out card and has a lot of fun elements that I really like. Okay, this next card is from Fumi. I think that's how you say her name, I'm not sure. From Australia. And I love that she's done tons of foiling on this card. Look at all that shiny foiling. It's amazing. She's also done some embossing on top of these flowers that are stamped. I just think it's really beautiful. I love how she's incorporated this really skinny strip for the greeting, and it's kind of intersecting where that stripe is, and it also extends past the area of the stripes. I think it's a really, really fun element and a fun way to incorporate that greeting. This card is from Marie in Oklahoma, and I wanted to mention a couple of things about this card. First, she's created sort of a notebook paper using some eyelets, which awesome. I have so many eyelets in my stash. I need to figure out ways to use them. She's made it look like a notebook paper by doing a bunch of stripes. And then she's also incorporated the greeting into the stripes by stamping them within the stripes. I think that's a really fun way to use a stripe texture on a card and have it really be part of the design and part of the background. And this card is from Leonie in the Netherlands. She has sent cards in the past, and she always sends me really nice letters. And she mentioned in this one how to pronounce her name. So thank you, Leonie. I think that's such a pretty name. She's created an absolutely fantastic card, and it almost has hidden stripes because there are stripes on all the pieces of clothing. She mentioned that she was struggling with how to incorporate the stripes into a card, and this is what she came up with, and I think it's kind of brilliant. I love that there's beads in the washing machine and things are really moving around. I love how easily everything really moves in this shaker card. It's fantastic. It's one of the better shaker cards that I've seen, so that's really great. Okay, so now that I've showed you some of the cards that really stood out to me, I'm going to go ahead and show you the rest of the cards I also received this month. There are some fantastic striped cards. I hope you guys enjoy them. So I'm going to show those to you now. Thank you so much for watching this month's mail call video. I hope you guys will participate. The theme for June and July, the themes for June and July are down below in the video description and over at my blog, or in this blog post at my blog. So thank you so much for watching, and I will catch you guys in the next card video.